Hello all, and welcome to my channel where we're talking about the science behind coping with the coronavirus pandemic. My name is Waugh. I'm a professor of psychology at Wake Forest University. A couple things about this channel. First, we're talking about the science of coping and mechanisms involved. We're not talking about advice or tips or tricks specifically. There are plenty of other resources out there for that. The second thing is, this is a series of videos, so if you're enjoying this video, please do subscribe or hit the bell button so that you're notified when a new video comes online. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy this one. So today's video, we're going to talk about something called savoring. And here's the idea. In a former video, we talked about the importance of having positive emotions to be a resilient person, especially during these stressful circumstances. But how do you get them? A lot of times you might be feeling like the positive events that are happening in your life are just too few and far between to really give you those positive emotions that you might need. So we have to get them from someplace. And what we're going to talk about today is how to do that. And savoring is one way to do that. So the first method of savoring, there's four methods of savoring. The first one is by self-congratulations. So I'm sure you all are very good at congratulating yourself on major victories. You know, you got the promotion, or you had a new baby, got married. Those are really, really great, and we're used to doing that. Well, in times like these, we may have to scale that back a little bit. Instead of relying on these major victories, really sort of get positive emotions from more minor victories. And I'm not talking about, yay, I tied my, shoes this morning, unless, that was the first time you've ever done it. But rather, yeah, I achieved the goal, and this may have not been something that I celebrated necessarily before, but given the paucity or the lack of other major events maybe happening right now, this could be something that I celebrate this time. So taking the time out to congratulate yourself for achieving goals and these milestones. So the second way of savoring is something called increasing your perception. So in this way, you want to take whatever stimulus is causing you that positive emotion, that is eliciting that good feeling in you, and can you extend it out? Can you increase the duration of it and the intensity of it? And this idea behind going to those restaurants with the 5-course meals and the little samples of food, and you eat one a little bit and then wait and then eat a little bit and then wait and stuff like that. This is also one personal example for me is today is actually my birthday. So, thank you. And tonight when my family sings happy birthday to me, they don't just do one stanza, right? They don't just happy birthday and it's done. They actually do like these 4 stanzas with like instruments and all sorts of improvisation. It's a crazy thing, and I enjoy it, and it's a way of extending that happy birthday song a little bit longer to give you that extra good emotion boost. Now there's some limits to this, right? So you can't artificially extend something much longer than it should be extended, because those times what ends up happening is that we end up not feeling as good, or it actually can be aversive. It can be kind of feel negative. So think about the last time you've heard the first 3 stanzas of Ave Maria, and then we're subjected to listening to the next 9. Your good feelings are kind of follow one of these curves here. So extend the duration of these positive events in moderation, if you will. The third way of savoring is sharing things with your friends and family. So one of the most powerful way of increasing your positive emotions is by sharing positive events with your loved ones. And this works at so many different levels. So one level works on is you're actually technically extending the duration of that event, right? So you experience the event here, and then later on, when you retell it, you get to experience it again. The second way is that you're expressing these positive emotions again to your family. They express those positive emotions back to you, and around that it goes. So you get sort of like this extra positive emotion boost besides the original positive emotion you got from the event. And you get this extra one from your friends and family, which is kind of cool. So that's a really, really powerful way of savoring and increasing positive emotions in daily life. The last way is through memory building. Each of these things we talked about, the self-congratulation, the increased perception of the event, and sharing with others. They all help us build better memories of these positive events. And these better memories of these positive events can then, number one, they serve as part of identity. So that if we think about ourselves in our past, and we have more positive events that are called to mind as these memories, then we feel like we are more positive, more resilient people, number one. And number two, they can be used as memories for later use, right? So remember that time when, Chris fell out of the car when you were going about 10 miles an hour? It was funny. He was fine, but it was funny. Those types of things, right? So sharing those later consolidates that memory. It gives you another round of positive emotions by having that memory. So savoring is a really, really important part of increasing our positive emotions day to day without artificially doing so, okay, within reason, but a way to sort of squeeze out of these events the positive emotions that we want to be able to get from them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and I hope you be well. Thanks.